It's right in line with what game time is going to be here in a couple of weeks, so trying to switch their mind up a little bit and get them ready to get started around 11 a.m. kick. It's going to happen here in a few weeks, so I thought that was good. I know we got you guys out of bed a little bit earlier today, but hopefully it was worth it. Just a couple of comments before we take some questions. Really proud of our football team for a couple of different reasons. We're approaching the end of camp here. We'll break camp Sunday. And I'm really proud of them for handling the process of camp as well as they did. We do a lot of different things at them, probably a lot different than anything they'd ever been through before. We were very direct and specific on what we were trying to get accomplished, and as we've looked at the data coming out of it, we've been able to accomplish our goals of making sure that we do a good job of staying hydrated, keeping our guys safe in that regard. Obviously, nutrition was a big deal for us, and the way that we made sure we maintained optimal weight throughout camp, and our strength coaches and our coaches did a great job of watching that and making it a priority, because that's big for us. And our kids handled it well. There were very little distractions, which is always something good for you when you're, as a coach. You don't want to have to deal with things that distract you. We had a couple of deaths that we had to deal with regard to kids that had grandparents and fathers and things that had some issues. So our prayers are with them. Jay Sternberger has a very ill family member. He's going to be leaving us today for a couple of days, but he'll be coming back. So our prayers are with him and his family, certainly. Like I said, we're breaking camp on Sunday. There's some guys that stood out to me today and really kind of have stood out to me for the 2-week period. We're really searching for consistency, and that's one of the major things we talk about is we are going to play who we trust. And that trust looks like this. You're consistent, and we can count on you. That we know what you're going to do when you get put on the field out there. That we can count on you to do the right thing, the things that you've been coached to do. Some guys that have stuck out to me on the defensive side are Tevin Shaw. I've really enjoyed watching him in the fall. I haven't said his name a whole lot. Some of that was just by design to see how he would handle it, but he's done a really nice job for us at that nickel spot. TJ Simpke has been just steady as all get out. Love his energy. I love his passion for the game, and I like his motor. His body doesn't say he's supposed to be able to do some of the things that he's done, and he just finds a way to get back there to our quarterback. So I've enjoyed that, watching him. Hopefully he continues to do that throughout the year. Brandon Stewart, corner that we've got, transferred JUCO guy that has done a phenomenal job. Played at Cedar Hill High School. I knew he was going to be tough coming out of that school, and he's used to competition because he came from that school, and it's very competitive at that school. But man, he's a pro. I've really enjoyed watching him. We've kind of held him a little bit here over the last couple of days just because of the volume we put on his legs. We put a lot of emphasis on the sports science aspect of things, and we pay attention to that data, and that data tells us certain things, and in his case, that data was indicating that he was reaching a point where injury could occur pretty quickly if we weren't careful with that. So we were able to pull back on him a little bit over the last couple of days, but he has done a tremendous job. I mean, he wants to get in there every snap. I love that guy. Tyrone Miller made a great play in fast start today. He's a talented young corner. I've enjoyed watching him play. I think he's got a chance to help us. He's a freshman. I'm always cautious about those guys, but he's a really mature guy for his age. Hopefully he can continue to grow in that regard. Another young guy that has stood out to me every day, and I haven't said his name a whole lot, but his name is Keith Loneker, and he transferred in here from down the road. And man, all he does is make plays. I mean, every time I look up, he's making a play, or he's making it hard on our first group on the kicking game with regard to what he's doing in the scout position. I mean, he makes it very difficult. You cannot take a play off with Keith out there because you're going to be made to look bad. He will expose you. I've enjoyed watching that guy. He's going to improve the standard with our team, I think, as we move forward. Have really enjoyed it. He's just from right down the street here at Free State. So great to have a local guy here doing as well as he is. He's done a great job. Mark Weiss, another one, man. He's been really steady, a mature guy. Have watched him really do a good job there. We've got to continue to keep him healthy, and he's a pro, so I know he'll work on keeping his body right. Montel Cozart on the offensive side has done a really nice job, man. He really has. He's done a really good job of managing our team, handling his leadership aspect of that, and not letting negative things affect him as he has a negative play. He's done a good job of rallying back and forth from that. Trey Parmley stuck out to me, just consistency. Jordan Shelley-Smith is another guy. We held him one day just to make sure he was okay. He kind of bunged his shoulder a little bit, but he's fine now. He's done a good job. DeAndre Banks, another guard transfer kid that, man, he's really done a good job. He's got his body in shape. He's really done a good job for us at that right guard spot. Kent Taylor has showed up. You know, he had a little bit of an issue with his groin there early. He's back 100% now, and he made a great play today for us down there in that team aspect. But he's a talented guy. Hopefully we can keep him going. DeAndre Mann, another one that we don't hand the ball off to him just a whole lot in live situations right now. Really just trying to make sure that he's kind of a veteran. He's been around for a while. We're trying to keep him healthy and make sure that we don't put anything undue on him. We kind of know what he can do, but man, he's a quick guy. I've enjoyed watching him move around. Kicking game, that Wyman kid, I've been really impressed with his leg. He's got some strength in that thing. He can kick now. I think we tried a 58-yarder yesterday, and he missed it by just a hair, but it would have been good from 68. I mean, this guy's he's got a great leg. He has really done well for us in that kickoff area of things. I've enjoyed watching him, and he's really he's matured a lot. I've really enjoyed watching him compete. Nicky Bartolotta, you know, he goes by Yoda. He likes when you call him Yoda, so you guys will like that. But he's done a really good job. He's a real consistent guy. Has really done a good job from inside the 35 to 40-yard line for us, which is what we're looking for. It's going to be an interesting battle, and we're not done with that. Tomorrow will be big for those guys. And then punting-wise, you know, we brought the right guy in. You know, Guzman's done a good job. He's a lefty, which is, you know, you don't get a lot of lefty punters, so that ball spins a different way, and that doesn't seem like it's a big deal. But I know for me as a coach, I see a lot of right-footed punters. So when I see a left-footed punter, it's spinning a different way. There's a lot of different coaching techniques that come away with that, particularly when a guy can make it turn over like he can. Guzman has done a good job competing, and Khan is man, this dude can hit it. He really can. We got to find a little bit more consistency with him, but both those guys, that'll be an interesting battle. We're not done with that. That'll go through all the way till we need to make it go. But tomorrow will be big for those guys because they'll get some reps in that deal tomorrow. Happy with our strength coaches. They've done a great job. Our medical staff has done a really good job of keeping these guys healthy and doing a good job of being preventative in nature and still grinding these guys through camp. Really, my hat's off to our coaches. They've worked their tails off to get them through camp and make sure that we made the proper progress. You're never completely happy with everything, but I'm pleased with the progress we've made to this point. Tomorrow will be a big scrimmage for all involved, including the quarterbacks. So we have not made a decision on that yet, but we're getting closer. Tomorrow will be a big deal for all those guys. There'll be a lot of reps for even those younger guys tomorrow that will help us. So tomorrow will be a big day for us. So with that being said, let me take some of your questions.